So, my name is Matthew, and on September 17th, 2021, my husband passed. He had just turned 37 years old. His birthday was while he was in the hospital, was sedated on a ventilator. It's been it's been rough recently. First, we both came down with COVID. I got better really quickly. He didn't. As his condition got worse, he wanted to be taken to a hospital. Took him to the emergency room, really just expecting them to give him some fluids and send him back. I waited there 5.5, 6 hours before I finally got a text saying he was admitted to the hospital. After a while of that, he still wasn't improving. And they decided, since his lungs were struggling so hard, his heart rate was going up very quickly, that they needed to sedate him and put him on a ventilator. It was a Thursday morning. I woke up to a text message that just said ICU. And then another one. And then finally a text that said I'm in the ICU. I didn't know much more than that, but I still hadn't gotten a phone call from the hospital, so I went to work. um, Finally managed to get a hold of the doctor while I was at work, and that's when they told me that they had sedated him. And then I let everybody know. My sister decided she was going to come over. My parents flew down from a different state. And we called the hospital every day for updates. Some things got better, some things got worse. They had to put him on continuous dialysis, which he didn't respond too well to. So then they switched him to just I guess a regular dialysis where he would get, I think it was 2 3-hour dialysis treatments a day. At that point in time, my sister had gone home, and my mom extended her stay to just hope things got better. On September 17th, 6:15 in the morning, really around 6 o'clock, as we were getting ready for me to drop my mom off at the airport for her to go home, got a phone call from the hospital. The nurse was panicking and crying, saying he fully coded. After trying to figure out what that meant, the call disconnected. Got back a hold of her, and she was still crying. She said they tried to bring him back for half an hour, and his heart gave out. The potassium from his kidneys failing built up and stopped his heart. We had known each other a little bit over 10 years. We had only been married for 6. No, not even that. This year was going to be the 6th year. We sat in silence for a bit, and then my mom brought up the thing I didn't want to think about. We then had to call up his parents to tell them. I couldn't do it. My mom called his mom up for me, and when she told her, I heard her break down. There's some things I never thought would happen. All the expectations you lay out. I'm 32 years old, and I lost my husband when he turned 37. This whole time, I've been looking around for anything to help me. And even now, after we already buried it, still doesn't really feel real at all. So everybody, everybody I've talked to through this, I've been hearing a lot of the same thing. Nobody really knows what to say. Nobody really knows what to do. After all is done, everybody everybody else gets to go back to their lives. But I have to figure out now what I do. Nothing really nothing really seems real right now. It's all just very my brain is flying around to every possible emotion, whether it makes sense or not. I just wanted to get this down out there. Maybe just to help clear my head a bit. I don't know if this is gonna help any. Life is life is very strange. That's all I can say.